All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about the single hardest thing in investing. And nope, it's not what to buy, it's when to sell. We are going to build a system, a real system, to help you make that call without all the regret that usually comes with it.
Because we've all been there, right? You felt that sting, that moment you hit the sell button and then boom, the doubt just floods in. Did I do the right thing?
You know the feeling. You sell for a nice, tidy profit, you pat yourself on the back, only to watch that same stock basically double over the next month. Oh, the pain is real. Or maybe it's the other way around. You're sitting on this massive winner, feeling like a genius, but then you get a little greedy. Just a little more, you think. And then you write it all the way back down.
And just like that, all those beautiful paper gains, poof, they're gone. Turned into a loss even. It is an absolutely brutal emotional roller coaster. But listen, it does not have to be this way.
The real solution here, it's not about being a psychic who can perfectly time the top. No one can do that consistently. It's about having a system, a plan you actually trust before you even think about clicking that buy button.
We're also going to call out these psychological triggers for what they are. You know, those little voices in your head that are so good at convincing you to throw your own strategy right out the window. And finally, we'll put together a professional, repeatable playbook. The goal? To get you out of that all or nothing mindset, where you're either a hero or a zero. Okay, let's dive in. So our first framework is called the exit triangle. The idea behind it is so simple, but for most people, it's a total game changer. You have to decide how you're going to sell a stock before you even own it.
The triangle has 3 points, and you literally write them down before the trade. You've got your profit target, your stop loss, and the one that almost everybody forgets, your thesis breaker. First up, the profit target. And listen, this isn't some vague wish. It's a crystal clear if-then statement. If the price hits this level that I've already figured out based on data, then I will sell a piece. It's your plan for taking money off the table. Second, your stop loss. Think of this as the non-negotiable guardrail for your money. It's just math. If the price closes below this specific level that proves I was wrong, then I'm out. Period. Your ego, your hopes, they don't get a vote. The math decides for you.
And third, and this one is so important, the thesis breaker. This is your guardrail for the story. The stock price could be doing just fine, but what if the reason you bought it changes? You know, the company cuts their guidance, a key product launch gets delayed. If the story breaks, you exit. Trust me, I learned this one the hard way. I once had a huge winner that turned into a nasty loser because I completely ignored when the company's story fell apart. The market taught me a lesson that day. It's simple. You can have a plan, or you can have pain. From that day on, I chose the plan. So, you've got your exit triangle. Your plan is written down. Awesome. But that's only half the battle, because that beautiful plan is about to get attacked by some really powerful emotions. Let's name our enemies. We'll call them the 3 sirens. Now, it's super important to know the difference between real market intuition and just raw emotion. See, true intuition is that gut feeling that's actually based on data and experience. It works with your plan. Raw emotion, though, that's just a fear-driven impulse that totally hijacks your plan. We gotta spot the hijackers.
The first siren is greed. That intoxicating feeling when a stock is just ripping higher and all you can think is just a little bit more. It makes you completely blind to the risk you're taking. So how do you break its spell? You ask one dead simple question. Have I taken any profit yet? Just selling a small piece when you hit your target turns that fuzzy paper gain into cold, hard cash. It quiets down that lizard brain and puts you back in charge. Siren number 2. Oh yeah, it's FOMO, the fear of missing out. This is that voice that keeps you holding on for dear life because you're absolutely convinced that the second you sell, that stock is going to the moon without you. The way you filter this out is with a powerful reframing question. You just have to ask yourself this. If my entire portfolio was in cash right now, would I buy this stock at this price today? If the answer is a hesitant, or just a flat no, well, you have your answer. It's time to sell some. And the final, and maybe the sneakiest siren of them all, is attachment. This is when you stop being an investor and you start being a fan. You literally fall in love with a stock and you start identifying with its story. To fight this, you need to run an attachment audit. It's simple. Ask yourself, can I explain why I own this stock in one clean, fact-based sentence? If we start rambling or you realize the facts aren't true anymore, then you're attached to a fantasy, not an investment. Time to move on.
Okay, we've got our pre-trade plan, we know how to spot and fight off the emotional sirens. Now let's put it all together. How do we actually execute the sale? This is our final framework, the laddered exit system.
See, instead of making one massive, stressful sell decision, we're going to exit in stages, like climbing a ladder. So, rung 1, when you hit your first profit target, you sell a chunk, say a third to a half, and you move your stop loss up to what you paid for it. Boom. The rest of the trade is now risk-free. Rung 2, at a higher price target, you sell another piece. You pay yourself. Rung 3, you let that last little bit ride, but with a strict automatic trailing stop. This system lets you lock in gains and still participate in any huge upside, all while slashing your regret. It's brilliant.
Look, selling without regret, it's not about being perfect. It's about having a process you can follow without letting your emotions take the wheel. It's about honoring the contract you made with yourself before you got in. So the most important part is making this real. Here's how to do it. I've got 3 simple things you can do right now, today. First, open your trading journal and just add a new line called thesis breaker. Just having it there will force you to think about it. Second, pick one trailing stop method, just one, and write it down on a checklist. And third, go look at your portfolio, find a winner, and sell just a small piece. Execute that first rung of the ladder. Just get a feel for what it's like to take a profit by design, not by panic. You don't have to sell at the top. You just need to sell by design. If this helped you at all, do me a favor and hit that like button. And hey, drop a comment below and share your biggest selling mistake. Trust me, we've all got one. And of course, subscribe for more explainers designed to give you a real system for success. I'll see you in the next one.